Hey everyone, it's the DJ Dr. San Diego, and today we're going to be talking about smart crates. So now that some of my students have gotten really good at mixing, they're asking me questions like how to organize my music, and everyone is kind of set in their ways as to how they like to organize their music, whether it be by genre or by label or what have you. So I'm just going to talk about 3 ways that you can use smart crates to your benefit and kind of be more organized in your music. So let's see, let's go ahead and do, so the first way that I'm going to teach you how to make a smart crate is, or a way that is beneficial, is if you set it up by key. So if you see here, bottom left side of the screen, I've already set some smart crates, and I've set them to, using the Camelot system. So all my 1As and 1Bs are in this crate here. And then right below it, I've got the 3As and 3Bs. I got to change that too there. So this is a good way for you to kind of get set up in, Serato DJ, where you have music that is compatible with each other. So now that I see that I've kind of messed up this this crate here, I'm going to go ahead and adjust it. So I highlight the crate, I hit edit, and I'm going to delete these by hitting this X on the right. All right. So if I were to open a new crate, it would this screen would pop up, and I would start to set rules. So I'm going to go ahead and set a rule, and I'm going to write, I want to organize it by key. So click key, and we want keys that is, and we want it to be at a 2A. All right. And then we want to also add a second rule, and we want it to be a key that is at a 2B. Save. All right, and see this little wheel here populating it. All right, so now in this crate I have all my 2As and my 2Bs set up there. So again, I'm going to go through all 12 and set these up, and I will have all my different keys using the Camelot system, so I'm able to see what works well with other songs. Not sure how much I'm going to use this, but the option is there. So one way to use smart crates is by setting it up by keys. So another way is also to use it if you have a certain label that you like, if you have a certain DJ pool that you like. So I have already a crate here. So BPM Supreme, if you were to, want to kind of search all your songs that are by that DJ pool, you would create a rule. So let's go ahead and just kind of make a smart crate for, let's just say that you want a certain label on there. So let's go ahead and add a rule. So we're going to put label. And then if the label contains, let's just write X mix and kind of make that rule. And you see here it's populating it. And so anything that has X mix in the label is going to show up. So let's go ahead and put label. And as you see here, all these fall under that category. And so it's put any song that has X mix attached to the label part is going to go into this crate. So it really is dependent on it being written on here. So if it's not written on here, if the label doesn't have that attached to it, then it's not going to pop into the crate. So that's one thing that you got to kind of look out for as well. So let me go ahead and delete this crate here. So we go up here, top center left, plus add a rule. So we go to genre, okay? And then is or contains, and we can write R&B. Now, if in the genre section, let's go ahead and cancel out of here. If we go to genre, and if your song does not have R&B attached to it, even though it is an R&B song, it's not going to show up in that smart crate. So you have to know that, because you're going to be missing out on a lot of R&B songs that won't be in that crate. Another way that you can also organize your music is by when you added it. So let's go and add a rule, added before this date or after this date. You know, I don't know how much I would use that. Maybe if I was doing, I don't know, actually, yeah, maybe newer music. If I wanted stuff just added within the last year and they wanted nothing but new music, that would be a good one. And then you can delete the crate. That's the great thing about this. You can delete these smart crates without it impacting your music library. So another thing that I've seen people do is kind of in the comments section of the song here, they'll double click and they'll write on there, you know, this is a banger or whatever with 3-4 exclamation marks or whatever. And so they'll save that, and then let me go ahead and take out that comment section. So then they'll create a smart crate. So they'll say hit plus, add rule, comment contains the word banger, and then kind of save that, and then they would, you know, see that, you know, all those songs that they had written banger were into one crate. And it really, you know, instead of going through thousands of songs, you're able to kind of, you know, organize it really quickly with the use of the computer. So you also want to make sure and have this live update clicked, so that if in the future you put new music into your library and they, you know, the rule that you've created applies to it, it'll also be added on there. So it's constantly updating, which is really awesome. So really quickly to recap, I would say if you wanted to kind of create, you know, smart crates for your keys using the Camelot system, that'd be one great way to do it. And the good thing also about the new Serato is that if I wanted to create a new crate and I wanted to name it keys, I can now, which I couldn't before, drop these smart crates into a regular crate, which is awesome. You couldn't do that before. So the new Serato. There are some other things about the new Serato DJ upgrade. If you have Serato video and you don't, and maybe you shared it with a friend, you might lose it, and you know, so be careful with that. What I always do when I'm updating my Serato is I leave the old one in place and I run them parallel to each other. So I have them both saved on there, so I can always, you know, go back to the previous version if I wanted to. You know, so I would do that. And then also I would drag my feet on updating, if you have a Mac, to the latest operating system, because sometimes it takes a while for you know, the software to catch up and it's not compatible. So all right. And then so I went over keys. I went over, you know, if you have songs with comments that you've written comments, you can create rules for that. And then also what I'm going to use it most for is, you know, use ones that that my record pulls, kind of create one that are all exclusive to my record pulls. That way I know exactly where my DJ friendly intro music is, and I'm kind of pulling from that. So hope that helps. You know, if you're gonna you know, be a DJ and kind of get serious about it, this is, you know, one of the things that you got to start doing is organizing your music correctly, using the software for you know, for all the features that it has, and it's really going to make your life a lot easier later. The thing about smart crates is you can delete them. It's not going to impact your library, whereas if I were to create a bunch of regular crates and then I delete them, I run the risk of, you know, deleting that song that I really like. So again, hope that helps, and I will do another video shortly. Thank you.